introduction, Mr. Chair. My name is from Heuristic. Before I start my talk, I make a brief apology to you because I didn't realize this talk lasts only 20 minutes. So my topic is very big, but in fact, I just today present only part of it. Also, I must make clear that this is Mr. Arndt's doctoral thesis, part of doctoral thesis. Just I'm his advisor, then I will present this very briefly. Next one, please. Okay, if I introduce a brief background about our research, as you know very well, our traditional safety main system, whatever it is as PSM or GSMS, would be nice and must be reviewed by periodical auditing and periodic assessment. Of course, assessment should be accurate and fair and very exact is a key point. If this is wrong, safety management is going in the other way, sometimes in the opposite way, where actually number of accidents could be increased rather than decreased. So the key point is accurate and periodic auditing assessment should be feedback safety management system. So here I just said part of our research. I will present to you alternative framework. 일본보다 맞고 of the safety management system is brief how we quantify such a framework. This we hope, we sincerely hope, this approach enables us to improve the level of safety management in our not only in Korea, also in the worldwide general energy chemical processes. Next one, please. If I briefly schematic show you, is total activity of safety management in the typical chemical process industries. You must have some policy, your own policy, or government policy, or international policy, or other own policy, or domestic, or interdisciplinary guidelines, or some kind of rules. And then we need a human resources of organization and appropriate outsourcing. Also, we have detailed training and right implementation. Also, we need how to quantify, measuring its performance. Then, reviewing and feedback. Okay, this step is going in the other way. But on the other way, we must continuously monitor all activities and assessment by feedback into this loop. Like a set point change in the control loop, we can make a direction or trend for the safety management in our chemical industries. That's what, please. Okay, I don't want to go in detail of this part. This is all you know very well. If I briefly, important element safety, we start from overview, periodic review, improvement plan. Total activity is very tedious and very long job, as you know very well. Of course, it includes organization, includes emergency planning, of course, hazard identification assessment. Finally, but the very important one is periodic review and enhancement of the total system. Next one, please. Okay. Actually, our group has done some real safety assessment why chemical complex. Why chemical complex is located in the southwest area in Korea, is worldwide ranked #1, size-wise, capacity-wise, and revenue-wise, #5 petrochemical complex in the world. There are about 85 energy petrochemical chemical companies. We just reviewed the 80% total complex based on two very important items. Hardware, of course, also safety management, so-called software side too. Each side we divide by 8, so total 60 elements. Here are high pressure facilities to the storage shipping. each category, each element also can decompose in many items, sometimes 5, sometimes 20. So total element is 672 items for the evaluation of the general chemical complex existing in manufacturing in Korea. For that, you have a lot of trial and error and reviewed, and also we have talked with the people in the on the side. But generally speaking, we can divide. Okay, go back one more. Go back. This 16 element, next one, can divide into 5 categories. The one is very simple, but the cause, consequence, activity, equipment, and system. So this 5 framework is a very interact each other some way, not only this way, but in this way. For example, cause, how to identify and hazard evaluate them. Was how to prepare the report. Here again, we prepare how to prevent consequences, and if it happened, how do we should mitigate for less impact of the consequences. So also we must, by the law, by the local government, ask also we prepare some emergency planning in case the accident really happens. Finally, we must report accurate and fair report for the accident, which can obtain from investigation. But as you see, we foresee there are report. Also there are report. So sometimes communication, here is also communication. Management, communication. So a lot of things is sometimes confusing from the total framework. So yesterday, I think actually Professor Ogawa said we will present this after my talk. I hope he will present after him. So I took an example yesterday. Here his presentation, he said this card is very good database, really fantastic database. It's especially that own database, some relational database. Relational is very emphasized. I think that this will talk more detail by the Professor Ogawa. I don't want to go in detail, but here number of accident is 4,000. They say among 4,000 chemical major accident, about 80 are caused by Korea. But also they include the detailed scenario how to analyze depending upon the objective or sub-objective or objective of your work. Next one. Categories is in this card we found very interesting. They include research, consumption, so unknown reason, which is not clear why it happened. Also, equipment why they did the story, which is not part of our petrochemical complex, or transport apparatus, which is beyond our limit. Also, transport no equipment or other unknown. So we accepted these red characters. This is very good decomposition. So next one, for example, so we updated the risk categories. It is element several years ago. So equipment is more detailed listed out. Also, we changed the procedure of changing. It's very good category. So we include on the system level. So also we are somewhat like included like abandonment. Also we are transportation. Next one. So finally, we use this kind of framework like same as cause, consequence, equipment, activity, and system. So we have 16 categories is listed, arranged. So 16 of course network communication from including process change. If I go a little detail for each category, next one. System we emphasize procedure change because a lot of accident happens during or after changing of the operation procedure or design procedure. So change of procedure, operational or design is very critical to chemical accident in our case. So we are especially emphasizing the chemical accident, but the accident would happen. Not much, but very rarely, but happens. For those cases, against those cases, we have prepared the mitigation procedure too. So we emphasize mitigation, especially local government, also government agents want how do you react? Suppose the accident really happens. So it's legally, obligatory procedure. So we emphasize this one. Next one. Of course, now we are based on very large database, not only card data, also of course I'll talk about more detail later, but a lot of database is available in Korea or in worldwide or open files in the safe data market. So especially we emphasize for the improvement of our total framework, we need a good give a two-way information network. It's critical to the accurate safety auditing and feedbacking and improving safety level. So how to report all information in blank, first of all, then how to be updating or event change or modification is very key to the data and the total system, our systematic network for communication. Next one. Okay, this is yesterday my Dr. study of this kind. We found the activity. This is from this cat. Oba sensei, pronunciation of this cat is 세이가 됐을까? 세이가 됐어요. 합종. 아다스는 일본 합종 오케이 됐을까? 오케이 됐어요. 오케이. This card 됐어요. This card. Okay. Here we found surprisingly product storage and production. A lot of actions are happening. Surprisingly, maintenance or amendment is not, of course, it's a big extent, but if we talk only number of accidents or injury of the human life or human resources, more than 90% accident happening from production storage. So from our new framework, we found a new fact, new analytical result from our new framework. Next one, please. Next one. This is our typical safety software hardware for the one chemical complex 2 years ago. So here you see, for example, our chemical industry need more training. Okay, I don't need that. Okay. Then actually Korea hardware is okay, but software or something is unbalanced. The hardware is not excellent, but not bad. So some kind of overly standard rich. But something like especially education, training, also especially information treatment, systematic operation is greatly lacking compared to the so-called advanced countries' safety management. But from the risk card, last one, we found new spectrum from our new framework. We have a new fact. For example, more detailed analytical result which you can obtain from the new framework. For example, also, we should more concentration cause decrease activity than cause constant decrease activity, which means we need a more preventive measure rather than putting a lot of money or investment on the consequence mitigation activities. Second fact is good practice anyway, as in the text. Good practice and good maintenance practice is very critical to our chemical process industries. Lastly, is about the most important one, system information technology is greatly lacking in the total unification or data exchange or standardization or data updating or data renewal, something like that. It's greatly lacking. Next one. So briefly, I don't know who will talk in the next spring World Conference on the chemical and oil and industry, but here I briefly intermediate conclusion. Our new safety assessment, we suggest our new assessment framework. new 모델 안전 효과 확보됐어요. Our proposed framework enables us to integrate weak point of statement in practice more accurately and more in detail. It's very critical. Sometimes, you know, of course, to obtain data is very important, but how to analyze the data is more important, we found. Sometimes we are making a long analysis of data, even though we spend a lot of time and effort in trying to obtain the data from the site. We make a long analysis is going in the other way. Sometimes it does never decrease the number of accidents or human losses or economic losses. So, our proposed framework enables us to indicate more accurate evaluation of the data and suggest a new policy for our safety enhancement. We need a lot of external database, RISCAR, AICH, COSA, other data. So this framework can adapt to a specific industry. So sometimes it's a chemical, petrochemical, or toxic chemical, bio, or fine chemical, nanochemical, okay? Most specific process-oriented framework is also can be easily expanded to our basic framework. Now we want to, this application can expand the level and the supply chain model. Not only complex. Why complex? It's just not a long-standing open system, which comes from a lot of energy, gas, or intermediate product from other regions, foreign countries, and going to the pipeline or truck transportation or ships to the users. This time, can I show you some picture on this one? Yesterday, actually later, Professor Srivansan will talk about that same thing. We are not only enterprise, we also supply side or custom side. We just started a new project dealing with the energy and the gas, dealing from Indonesia or gas well or Middle East gas well to your apartment gas. Plus supply chain is critical. Right now, Korea is in a very critical situation. We run out of gas. No gas is available in the market. If this winter, I advise to you, this winter is very cold, you have no gas. Because gas is only available February. Why? In the market, no gas. Gas price is 10 times higher than, but no gas. Gas is not in the market. Big problem. We are very lazy and disignored our supply. We are interested in compress, not talking about supply. We are very happy to satisfy customer. We don't, but we never take care of supply because bad politics. So I want to contribute to more our framework is to deal with the supply side, especially. So, but it's too late. Minimization. If there is no supply, we don't need to nothing to minimize. Nothing. So chemicals and compounds. Why do you have no chemicals? Okay. So I'm just some exaggerating, but it's kind of bad. So you can expand enterprise, especially Professor Srivansan gave a lot of yesterday, a lot of incentive to this one. New framework safety assessment will contribute. Of course, our main objective is for our chemical industry stay in Korea, not to China, not to India, okay, but not to China, not to Indonesia, not to Africa, because our chemical engineers need jobs. Our chemical engineers will have no jobs, no chemical plant in Korea. So you go to China, okay? China, okay? Okay? Okay. No, this is a matter of